Hello everyone. My dear friend and predecessor, Jamie Watton, was incredibly passionate about the artists who make the dance sector such a vital force in the UK's cultural landscape. When Jamie died suddenly in July 2018, we launched a fundraising campaign in his name to help complete his vision for the dance space, the new home for dance in the South East. Almost exactly 2 years since Jamie's death, and with the arts and cultural sector in crisis, we're today relaunching the Jamie Watton Fund, this time to directly support dance artists affected by COVID-19.
The vast majority of artists in this country are self-employed. When COVID-19 hit, many of them lost their incomes overnight. And whilst a great number have received emergency funding, many have fallen through the cracks. Our artist advisory sessions have offered artists a space to talk about how they're coping. Some are struggling to pay their rent and are finding it difficult to pay bills and buy food. Many have been unsuccessful in receiving emergency funding and did not qualify for HMRC grants or other benefits and financial support.
My work drew to zero as a role-playing movement and posture therapist and a dancer.
I was due to present my first independent work at the V&A Museum in May, and and unfortunately it got cancelled.
It was like a pretty important year for me, and it's sort of been a landslide effect of not being able to, get support or maybe not meeting the correct criteria to get support.
It felt like that actually over 10 years of hard work and successes was suddenly evaporating through my fingers.
I immediately applied for universal credit. I didn't receive any support until the middle of May. And I, as an artist, my existence is pretty hand to mouth. So that was a pretty terrifying period.
Every funding stream, every project was either put on hold, cancelled, or just disappeared.
There's lots of physical and I guess psychological impacts, as well as financial impacts, of course, as well.
I guess I'm just waiting for funding that would actually include me so I can go for it.
This has been a tough time for so many industries, and we understand that many of you may be facing difficult times ahead. We know that the arts, particularly dance, has an important role to play in our health and well-being once we all come through this. Sadly, if our artists aren't supported, they will be forced to seek jobs elsewhere to survive. If that happens, we risk losing the lifeblood of the dance sector.
So that's why we're relaunching the Jamie Watton Fund. We want to raise at least £10,000 to offer immediate support to those dance artists who are facing a very real struggle to survive, to make ends meet, so they can weather this crisis and continue their careers in the dance sector. Please help us to help them by donating whatever you can and by spreading the word amongst anyone in your network who cares about the future of dance. Thank you.